Hey, what's up? My name's Alea and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about my March TBR, and this month I decided, I'm coming out of a reading slump from February and I'm just going to keep this TBR short and sweet. So let's just get into it. So first off, I've been in a huge romance mood lately. So a lot of these are romance, which is kind of different for me. I'm still kind of exploring the genre a little bit. But the first two books I wanted to tell you about are both romance, and I think I'm going to be listening to both of them on audio. So the first one is by Alea Hazelwood, and it's called Stuck With You. So this is the second book in her new novella series where all of the characters are like women in STEM, which is really cool. So this one's called Stuck With You, and it's a second chance, like enemies to lovers, which I'm excited about. And we follow these two characters who are both scientists, and I think they're like exes, and they get stuck in an elevator together, and then things kind of like go from there. And it sounds like they have little bit of a second chance romance going on, which sounds really fun. So I'm super excited about this. The audiobook comes out through Libra FM on March 8th. So I think I'm probably going to get it like as soon as it comes out and listen to it, because I listened to the first one in this series recently, and it was really good. I have a vlog for that, and I will try to link the vlog down below if you haven't seen it, but I'm not sure if that's going to go up before this video or after this video, but regardless, you should check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And then the second book I wanted to tell you about is called Again the Magic by Lisa Kleypas. So this is a historical romance, and I think we follow these two characters who are in like different social classes, and they have like a little forbidden second chance romance going on. So this is actually the book club pick for the Shelf This Book Club that's hosted by Bailey from Is Bailey Reading, and this was Bailey's pick for the month of March, and I've never read a historical romance before, so this is going to be very different for me, but I'm excited because I'm in the mood for the romance. So I think this is going to be kind of fun. I don't know, it was published in 2015, so I'm just hoping it's not too like, early 2000s like funky writing, but I'm staying optimistic. So that's the second one. And then I have another romance, and I'm really excited about this because I just pre-ordered it and it just came in, and that is Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. So this is very exciting. This is a sapphic romance, and we follow these two characters, and one of them is a single mom, and then I think the other one is kind of like an edgy gal, and it sounds like one of them goes to a wedding and ends up falling for the other one who is one of the bridesmaids, and that's all I really know. I've been seeing some early reviews about this one, and I've heard good things so far, so I'm very excited. This is a little bit chunky, but I don't know, everybody's saying that it's a really quick read, so I am very excited. And this cover, I don't know if you can see that, but oh my god, absolutely stunning, and I'm so excited. So very interesting. I haven't read a lot of sapphic romances, and actually I was even more excited to get this book because this is actually the only romance book that I own now. Like, I've just started getting into romance and I don't own any of them physically. I always just like read them on ebooks or audiobooks. So my first ever romance book, yay! Very excited about that. And then this is a very different vibe, but this is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. So my friend Kayla from Kayla Ray Reads and I are gonna buddy read this in March, and this is a chunky book. Like, this is over, I think oh my god, this is almost 600 pages. It's 570 pages. Yikes. So it's probably going to take us a little while to get through this, but I do have the audiobook from Hoopla, so that should help. But this is a historical fiction, and I think it's set in France during, I think it's World War II. Yes, World War II. And it follows two sisters, and that's all I really know. Oh, and I think there's a love story in it as well, which should lighten the mood a little, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard good things about Kristen Hanna though, because my dad has been reading all her books lately and he's been loving them and he's been trying to get me to read them. And he actually gave me this copy, so I'm excited to try her writing because everybody seems to love her. But this should be interesting. So Kayla, I'm ready to buddy read this. Let's do it. And then another one I want to read is called The Witch King. And I'm sorry for the glare. The ring light plus these library covers is such a moment. But this is a YA fantasy, and we follow a trans boy. And all I really know is that there's fae and witches, and a lot of queer characters, which is really all I needed to know. But the author is also trans, so I think this is going to have some really good trans rep in it. And I've heard good things about this. I haven't heard a lot of things, but what I have heard is that this is pretty good. So I'm excited. I read the author's note at the beginning and it was extremely well written and it made me so stoked to pick this up. So I'm gonna try to get to this, and then I know the sequel is also coming out soon. So if I read this now, then I'll be ready for the sequel. So anyways, that's on the list. And then another one I want to get to is Butter Honey Pig Bread. Now this is by a Canadian author and it's won a bunch of awards and everybody's been saying it's super good. And this is another book that's queer. I don't know, the flap says it's about queer love, friendship, faith, and above all family. I think we follow a mother and her two twin daughters, and it's kind of a generational story. So I don't really know that much about this, but I have heard really good things. I know Nogo Kanya from Pretty Ex Bookish was like raving about this a few months ago, so I have high hopes. I've also heard really good things on Instagram about this, but it's fairly short. I think it's like a little over 300 pages, so it shouldn't take too long to get through, but I'm hoping that the writing is, you know, not too like literary fiction for me. But yeah, so this is a little outside my comfort zone, but I'm excited about it. And then the last one I have to share with you is The Corpse Flower. And I know I've talked about this on my channel before. This is a noir thriller that was translated. And I actually started this on audiobook a couple months ago and I was really, really enjoying it, and I had to put it down because I was trying to graduate from university. But I really want to get back into this. So we follow this lady, and I believe she's a journalist, and her name's Eloise, and she gets this like weird cryptic letter from this lady named Anna Keel. And Anna Keel was a lady who was accused of murdering this lawyer guy, but they decided that she didn't do it, and so I don't know, she was like acquitted, I think, and then she went missing and nobody has heard from her since. And so out of the blue, she just sends a letter to this journalist and she basically says, hey, I didn't commit this murder, but like, I know who did, kind of a thing. And so I think the journalist and this guy who's a detective kind of team up to try and solve the murder and figure out like what's going on with Anna Keel, who killed the lawyer, what's going on. Yeah, and so when I started this, it was like action-packed right from the beginning, and it was really good. So I really want to finish this. And I also have the audiobook from Libro FM, so I think I'm gonna try to listen to the audio. Actually, I have the audiobook for most of these, either through Hoopla or that I had on Libro FM, so I think it's gonna be a big month for audiobooks. But anyways, those are all of the books that I have to share with you. If you've read any of these, please let me know your thoughts. I would love to know in the comments. Also, if you have any good romance book recommendations, especially like rom-com ones that are kind of funny and snarky, I would love to hear about it. So please leave those in the comments as well, or DM me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Also, I have all of my links to my social media in the description, so Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, all of that, if you want to go check me out over there. I do post book reviews and stuff on Instagram, and I also am like hanging around on Twitter if you want to come and chat with me. But that is all I have for you today, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!